Welcome to Himani Coaching Center. We are committed to simplify concepts and amplify confidence for all the students who are watching our videos to learn maths, physics, and chemistry. Today's video, we are going to discuss most probable questions for class 10th CBSE board, and we are focusing on section B. So, if you can see on the screen, there are some 5 questions. So if you actually want to solve these questions and then check whether you have done it correctly, you can just copy the questions, solve them, and then come back to the video and watch if you have done it correctly. Otherwise, just go ahead and see how we are solving the questions and learn the methods. Okay. If you are watching the video for the first time, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. So now let us go to the first question. So the first question is if x cube plus y equals 2249, where x and y are natural numbers and HCF of x and y is not 1. Okay. So we are given the HCF is not 1. It could be anything, but not 1. Yeah. So, and then we have to find the value of x plus y. So students, if you notice, this is x cube plus y. That means there is a number x whose cube would be somewhere close to 2249. Okay. Now just if you pay attention, 10 cube is what? 1000. So just keep on doing, and then 11 cube would be 121 into 11, which will give us 1331. Then do 12 cube. So 12 into 12 is 144 into 12. So we will get for 12 cube as 1728. Then look for 13 cube. Now 13 times 13 is 169 into 13 is giving us 2197. Now 2197 is the number closest to 2249. So that means our x is going to be 13. Okay, so x is 13. So now what would be y? So y would be 2249 minus x cube. So you just do minus 2197. So 9 minus 7, 2, and then 14 minus 9. So the other number y is going to be 52. Okay, so we just have to figure this out, and you can see the HCF of 13 and 52 is not 1. Okay, so we have to find value of x plus y. So just add 13 and 52, and that is our answer. Okay, so you have to show this working and then simplify this. Okay, now let us move to the choice question also, and here we are given find the largest positive integers that divide 125, 162, 259, leaving remainders 5, 6, and 7. So what does that mean? That means that largest integer would be a factor of 125 minus 5. So let us figure that out. So 120. Then when it divides 162, it leaves a remainder 6. That means that it will divide what? Completely, it will divide 156. Similarly, when it divides 259, remainder is 7. That means you subtract 7. So that means the number is a factor of highest common factor of 120, 156, and 252. Okay. So first we have to figure this out. Okay. Now, if you want to solve it with prime factors or you want to do with long division, that's your wish. So now let us do prime factors. Okay, 120. So this is what? 2 times 60, which is 2 times 30, which is 2 times 15. So basically I get this. So we are getting 2 cube times 3 to the power 1 times 5. Now let us look at 156. Okay, students, this is what I am doing. I did it in my mind. I'll show here. So you divide by 2, you will get 2 sevens are 14 eights are, and then you do 2 and you get 39. Then you again divide it by 3, you get 13, which is a prime number. So for 156, the factors are 2 square times 3 to the power 1 times 13 to the power 1. Now let us look for 252. Okay, so let us do the prime factors quickly. So 252 divided by 2 will give us 2 ones are and this. And then again divisible by 2, 2 six are and 3. Then 3 and 21. Then again 3, 7 and 7 is a prime number. So basically we are getting 2 square into 3 square into 7. Now, how do you find HCF? Whatever is common in all and the least power. So 2 is common in all and least power is 2 square. So that will come. Then 3 is common in all of them. Correct? But the least power is just 3 to the power 1. So 2 square times 3. So the number is 12. Okay? If you want to quickly check, divide 125 by 12 and see whether you will get a remainder of 5. So you can do this. 12 ones are 12. 5 comes down 0. So 5 is a remainder. Okay. So we have checked also. Now let us move to the next question. It says, and students, these questions are courtesy MTG publication, who have come out with a book which is CBSE Score More 15 sample papers. And if you want to buy the books from them, you can visit their site, which is www.mtg.in. I'll give the address in the description also. Okay. Now let us look at the next question. It says a bag contains 18 balls, out of which X balls are red. If one ball is drawn at random from the bag, then what is the probability that it is not red? Okay. So see, total balls given is 18. How many are red? Red are X. So how many would be not red? The balls which are not red would be 18 minus X. So what is the probability that the ball taken out is not red? So favorable outcomes, which is 18 minus X, by total outcomes, which is 18. And that's your answer. We have to just leave in this form. So 18 minus X by 18 is the answer. It's a two marker question and this working is fine. Okay. Now let us look at the question, which is or. It says a bag contains 20 balls, out of which X balls are white. So let us first write the total number of balls are 20. Then they are saying there are white balls which are X. Okay. If one ball is drawn at random, the probability of drawing a white ball is Y. So let us first find, you draw a ball. So what is the probability that we will get a white ball? So favorable outcomes is X, total outcome is 20. So that probability is Y according to them. So let us keep it as Y. Okay. Now they say place this ball and 10 more white balls are put in the bag. So now see, total balls are 20. You are putting 10 more white balls. So how many total balls are there now? 30. And we have added 10 more white balls. So the number of white balls has now become X plus 30. This is very, very important to understand. Okay. So now the question says if the ball is drawn from the back, probability of drawing the white ball is 2y. So now if we draw a white ball, probability would be favorable outcomes, which is x plus 10 by total, which is, now this is equal to 2y. What does that mean? It means that x plus 10 by 30 is actually equal to twice of x by 20. Okay. They could have said, you know, this in terms that now if the 10 more white balls are given, put in the ball, the probability of drawing a white ball becomes twice the probability in the first case. Here they are saying y and 2y, which means the same. Now we just have to solve it. So what will happen? So you have 30 times 2x, which is 60x, 20 times x plus 10, so which is 20x plus 200. So 60x minus 20x equals 200. Okay. So which gives us 40x equals 200 and x equals 200 by 40, which is 5. So we had to find x. So that is the answer. Okay. Now let's move to the next question. Here the question says if the midpoint of the line segment joining A and B and coordinate of A is x by 2, comma y plus 1 by 2, B is x plus 1, y minus 3, and the midpoint is C, 5 minus 2. Then find x and y. So what is the rule for midpoint? See, midpoint is what? X1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. That's the midpoint. Okay. According to question, x1 plus x2 by 2 is 5 and y1 plus y2 by 2 is minus 2. Now let us assume that this is x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2. So now let us find the mid x coordinate. So for x coordinate of midpoint, we will do what? X by 2 plus x plus 1, and this whole is divided by 2, and that is equal to 5. Can you see? This is 5. So can I take this up? Yes. So this will become x by 2 plus x plus 1 equals 10. Okay. Or we get x by 2 plus x equals 10 minus 1, which is 9. Now we can do LCM into 2 here into 2 here. So 2x plus x, 3x by 2 equals 9, or x equals 9 into 2 by 3. So x is 6. So from here we have got x as 6. Okay. Now let us look at the y coordinate. Okay. Again, students, you know, if you are watching the video, then it would be good that you come back to the video, pause the video, and solve the questions yourself. If you get stuck, then see the process again. Okay. Now we will talk about y coordinate. So y1, which is y plus 1 by 2 plus y minus 3, this whole thing divided by 2 equals minus 2, because that's what the y coordinate of midpoint. So if I follow the rule, so y plus 1 by 2 plus y minus 3, this 2 goes up, becomes 2 times minus 2, minus 4. Okay, we can take this minus 3 to this side. Let's do that. So y plus 1 by 2 plus y equals minus 4 plus 3, which would be minus 1. Okay, you have to be very, very careful about the signs. Okay, and then let's do the LCM into 2 here into 2 here. So we get y plus 1 plus 2y upon 2 equals minus 1. Again, this 2 will go up, get cross multiplied. 2y plus y is 3y. So 3y plus 1 equals minus 2. 3y equals minus 2 minus 1, which is minus 3, and y equals minus 3 by 3, which is minus 1. So we have found both x and y. Okay. Now let's move to the next question. It says if theta is acute and cos square theta by cot square theta minus cos square theta equals 3, find the value of theta. Okay. Now let us solve this question. So the cos square theta. Now cot square theta is what? Cos by sine. So I can write this as cos square theta by sine square theta minus cos square theta. Okay. Now let us solve the denominator. So in the numerator we have cos square theta. In the denominator we will take cos square theta common. Okay. So we have taken that common, and we are left with what? We are left with 1 by sine square theta minus 1. Okay. So cos square theta is common and we are left with this. Now can you see this cos square theta, this cos square theta will cut each other. So we have got 1 by 1 by sine square theta minus 1. Now students, I can write this as 1 by cosec square theta minus 1, and cosec square theta minus 1 is cot square theta. So now I will write 1 by cot square theta, which is actually tan square theta, and this is equal to 3. So tan square theta equals 3. That means tan theta is square root of 3, and tan theta is square root of 3 when tan is 60. So theta equals 60 degree. Okay, so we have to just follow the formulas and do the maths, all the algebraic operations properly and get the answer. Okay. Now let us move to the, I think, last question for section B here. It says the coordinate of point P, x coordinate of point P is twice its y coordinate. See, we have x and y. Now they are saying x coordinate is twice of y coordinate. That means P should be 2y and y. Okay. That's what we have to first understand. Then it says if P is equidistant from Q and R, then find coordinates of P. See, if P is equidistant from Q and R, that means PQ is equal to PR. Okay. Students, remember, P is equidistant does not mean P is midpoint. Most of the students make that mistake. Okay. P is not midpoint. It is like, let us say P is here, Q is here, and R is here. So we are just measuring this distance and this, and we are saying this distances are equal. That's the meaning of equidistant. Okay. Now we are given, so what is the distance formula? Let us write the distance formula, which is x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. Okay. So if PQ is equal to PR, that means PQ square should be equal to PR square. So I don't need the square root. Square root will go away. Okay. So PQ, what would PQ be? P is 2yy. Let us write the coordinate of P, 2yy. Coordinate of Q is 2 and minus 5. So x2 minus x1. So can I write 2y minus 2 square plus y minus minus 5, which will become y plus 5 square. Okay, that would be equal to, now let us take r. So r is minus 3 6. So what would that be? That would be 2y plus 3 square, because 2y minus minus 3 would be 2y plus 3 whole square, and y minus 6 square plus y minus 6 square. So, see, why did I square? Because anyways, I have to get rid of the roots. So we can just square and do this. Now we will use a minus b square here and a plus b square wherever, whatever is required. So 2y minus 2 square. So let us do it from, I will need some more space. So let me quickly, let me see if I can move this a bit. Yeah, I can. And I can minimize this. Yes. Now let us solve. So 2y minus 2 square would be what? 2y the whole square plus 2 square minus 2 into 2y into 2, which is a minus b whole square. Then y plus 5 square, so y square plus 5 square plus 2 times y times 5. Okay, which is equal to 2y plus 3 whole square. So 2y whole square plus 3 square plus 2 times 2y into 3, then y minus 6 square plus y square plus 6 square minus 2 times y into 6. Okay. Now, if you are good in this, you could have, solved directly also, but I am deliberately writing this so that you know how do we use a minus b and a plus b whole square. Now, 2y whole square would become 4, 2 to the 4, and y square is just y square plus 4 minus, now 2 into 2 is 4 into 2 is, so minus 8y. Then we have y square plus 25 and plus 2 times 5, 10y. And on the other side, we still, we will get same 4y square plus 9. Now 2 2s are 4, 3s are 12y. Then plus y square plus 36 minus 12y. Okay. Now students, this 4y square and 4y square cut each other. Y square cut each other. Okay. Now let us simplify whatever is there. So 4 plus 25 is 29. Minus 8y plus 10y will give us plus 2y. Let us go to RHS now. 9 plus 36 is 45. And 12y minus 12y goes. So we are left with 2y equals 45 minus 29. Okay. Now 45 minus 29 I have to do. So 45 minus 25 is how much? 20, and then take out 4. So 16. So 2y is 16. So y would be 16 by 2, which is 8. So coordinates of P are 2y and y. So that would be 16 and 8. Okay. So students, I hope you have understood it. Again, I am telling you, you will have to solve the questions yourselves. That is very, very important. Also, please share the video with your friends and help me spread word. Keep an alert. Press the bell icon because we are going to come out with the series on most probable questions for the boards. Okay.